Hi, it's Divina Lara with another leadership series, and today I have with me Janine Hunt, who is our RAF chair and a director of OBAR. Hi, Janine, how are
Hello.
you?
Hello, I'm great. Happy to be here.
And I'm so glad you're with me. So, I'm going to start just like I do with all my other interviews and ask you to give me a little bit of your background and tell me how you got into leadership.
I've pretty much always been in leadership. I've run my own company since I was 24, and I'm not 24 anymore, and became a realtor about 7 years ago and brought those leadership skills from my previous career into this one. And got into director of training really easily, very quickly, became manager of an office very easily and very quickly, and coach and train very easily and very quickly. So that's kind of the road.
Great. So, why don't you tell everybody how you became a director on the Oakland Berkeley Association of Realtors Board of Directors?
Well, about 2 years ago, I became an OBAR member. And that was when I moved from other side of the tunnel to here to manage an office in Oakland. It was probably the best decision I could make. Once I became a member, I got instantly involved and I met some really great people. And I was welcomed in almost in a familial way. And I've just loved it ever since.
So we put you into the YPN committee,
Yes.
and you were really kind of put right into leadership. You were put in as a chair,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And our YPN committee took off from there, actually, with you, and you
I had
really
some-
hit the ground
I had a
running.
great committee.
Yes.
Great committee.
And then this year, you were actually appointed as director at large onto the board, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
And now you're our Realtor Action Fund Committee Chair, and you've really taken off there too. You've got some big projects coming up. Tell us what you're doing.
Yes, well, we are at a really steep incline right now. We've got a lot of ground to make up for,
Uh-huh.
and we're doing a really good job. So, thanks to Karen Shenoy, our Government Affairs Director, he is really helping me to understand the importance of RAF because, frankly, 2 years ago I didn't know it existed. And until I was asked by someone in this room to be chair, I really didn't know much about it. And the minute I actually opened the book and took a look, I realized this is exactly what I needed to do the whole time. And mostly because it is all about advocacy. And that's why we all become realtors for the most part, is to be advocates for one buyer or seller at a time. And with Realtor Action Fund, it really opened my eyes to the fact that I can be not only helping one family at a time or one buyer and seller at a time, I can be helping thousands of Californians at a time. And it's a very powerful, very privileged position.
So I found out a story about you, and I'm going to share it with you. Doug Sager, our past president, shared with me the first time he met you. And that was Legislative Day about 2 years ago.
My first time.
And first time, and he actually saw you waiting at the door. I think it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and you were waiting for the doors to open, and you were looking for us, and you introduced yourself and said you were with Oakland Berkeley. And one of the things he said he was very struck with was your enthusiasm to be there on that day and how excited you were to be there for Legislative Day. So tell me a little bit about that. Tell me about what was so exciting for you to be there on Legislative Day.
I've never been a bench warmer in anything that I've done. And I think politics scares so many people that you either have this fanatical idea about it or you just hang back and wait for somebody else to make those decisions and those actions go forward. And I just don't do that very well. And the fact that I was able to see it just in front of my face and be able to be introduced to our lawmakers and to the leadership in OBAR, and everyone was so intense and knowledgeable about politics and how important it was to be an advocate in that way. I just was thrilled, and it was exactly what I had been looking for, and I bumped into it, literally.
And you fell in love with it.
I did.
Yeah, well, and I saw that you came with us for Legislative Day again this year.
I did.
And we actually invited you to be there for the rest of the week for the meetings. So you got to experience at a state level the business meetings and things like that.
It's really exciting.
And I saw the excitement in your face that carried through. So now that you've attended the business meetings on the state level, did that enthusiasm increase, do you feel, as you did that?
I was actually saying like I was voting, pretending I was a director. I was just like, get me on this thing. This
Right.
is amazing. And again, it's just that face to face and being a part of that energy. I can't tell you how addictive that is.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to announce that Janine will be running for our treasurer position for next year. And so she is moving up the ladder on the local level. And we're really excited. We're excited for the future and where you're going to be going on the leadership level. If you could give advice to somebody who is looking to get into committees and into leadership, what would be advice you'd give them today?
Just come to OBAR and understand, or go online onto our portal and look at all of the various committees that we have. We have 16 different committees that somewhere along the line you're going to find some sort of connection that brings you out of wherever you are and into a leadership role in a really exciting way, and you'll become very passionate very quickly. It's really quite amazing here at OBAR.
It is. One of the things too, I think that I thoroughly love, and we just wrapped up our board meeting just probably a half hour ago, is that everybody that sits at the table, all from different offices, all competitors really, but when we sit at the table, we are one voice, and we are so united and good friends, and the competition's out the window.
Oh, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. And I think that is what is such a beautiful thing. And whether we're in a local level, state level, whatever, we all work together as one team in the best interest of the membership, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's what's beautiful. And you really carry that. And I'm excited to see where you go into the future of our membership. I'm really excited. I do, we always end up this session with some quick questions. So I'm going to ask you some questions.
All right.
So I am a big Marvel fan. I don't know if you are, if you do any of the Marvel movies. Do you ever do
Yes.
those? Okay, so first question, Captain America or Captain Marvel?
Oh, Captain America.
Captain America, right.
Yeah.
I like him too, but I have to say...
Who doesn't love a star?
I know, right? He's amazing. Okay, and what is your superpower?
I wish you would have asked me this so I would become prepared.
I don't want you to be prepared. I want that first thing that pops into your head.
I think I can inspire people.
That's awesome. I tell you, you inspire me. You always have, from the moment I met you.
Ditto.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Janine. I really appreciate you being here with me, and I look forward to our years together.
Me too.
All right.
Me too.
Thank you for listening, everybody. This is Divina Lara with the Oakland Berkeley Association. Look forward to another leadership story coming up next month.